Hello and welcome to episode 25 of our Timberborn Update 6 Wonders of Water playthrough here with the Iron Tooth faction in Cycle 42, Day 13. That's a mouthful. But last time we, quote-unquote, finished our bad water sewer. Even though this guy is still in the way, we're going to move him. Maybe today, maybe not today. But it is at some point going to be moved, as well as some other improvements going to make their way over into this area. But the problem with moving him is we still have a whole lot of land that needs to be raised for us to have a perfect and wonderful, flawless tree farm over here. So, suffice to say, we've got our work cut out for us. We've got a lot to get accomplished, and there's still plenty of room to improve some efficiency and production capacity for other stuff. Overall, though, I think we're looking pretty good. We've got 10,000 food, 6,400 water, and our beaver population is slowly increasing thanks to the additional advanced breeding pods we put in recently. So, what's on the docket for today, you might ask? Well, we've got some building to do with our well-being stuff. Our Motivatoriums need a home, and there's all sorts of other little things that we need to start doing. Requests for the lanterns have appeared again, so we're gonna just get to work on doing whatever we can as these trees get harvested up top, and then perhaps do a little bit of terraforming. A couple people commented about some ideas for that, and I think it would be really cool to have a semi-symmetrical, or at least as symmetrical as we can make it, kind of tiered landmass here. That was something that came up at least in a couple comments I thought would be cool. And in addition to that, we've got the opportunity here to extend our giant reservoir all the way to the front of the map. I think we talked about that last time. But that's going to require some land clearing, and we're going to have to get something going for that. So I had a couple ideas. Since, we need so much dirt, what if we took a dirt excavator and put it in the corner here, since, this is going to be going down anyway. And then what if we put more than one? Speed up the process a little bit without having to use dynamite, which we have dynamite, but I think it would be a better use of our resources to focus on doing other things. So, dirt excavator takes 100 of these treated planks, 50 metal blocks, and 100 gears. We're good. We have the ability to go ahead and put in a couple of these guys. Obviously, we're going to want this to be as... Oh, that's right, we have a drought, but it doesn't matter because we have large vertical framed flywheels, which I guess I could show you guys how this works. You see this thing rotating? It's literally just like a gravity battery. The reason I'm doing this is somebody left a comment asking how these things actually store power. It's a gravity battery with a different design, essentially, is how this works. But when the demand exceeds supply, then it starts draining, and boy, is this draining quick. So, yeah, that's actually really fast. I didn't think it was going to be that quick of a thing. We do have two of them here. If we go on, like, single-time speed, you can see they're still rotating pretty quick. But the amount of discharge that's happening here is actually kind of concerning. So I think we're going to need to increase the amount of power storage we've got here. If we've got another almost 9 days and they're already gone through that much, maybe we should focus on making one of these. But I guess the bad thing about the flywheels is because they are inertia-based, and unlike gravity batteries, they don't start out, quote-unquote, charged. They have to have the force imparted on them to actually store the kinetic energy. So they start from zero, whereas gravity battery, if you build it off of a super high, tall building or the side of a cliff or whatever, it's ready to go. But these guys aren't. So, building it during a drought isn't going to solve any problems. So we can, and I think will go ahead and put in a couple of these. Just, and by a couple I mean a whole lot. But I'm going to pause them because there's no reason to build them right now when they can't actually be charged. Plus, we're going to need to recharge on the treated planks a little bit. But we will eventually get there. We'll just have to let that be a thing. But what I was going to say, before I remembered that we were running out of juice... Actually, let's keep this paused. For the benefit of the beavers, I'm going... Oh, look at that, 46. I'm going to go ahead. Wow. Pause the tribute to ingenuity, which, yes, we are going to match this on the other side. But again, that is something that's going to take some resources we don't currently have. This thing consumes power. Pause. All of these consume power. I'm going to pause all but one. So now our demand, power-wise, is down from almost 7,000 to 4,510. That's going to help us a whole lot. And then the production of some stuff doesn't need to be quite so fast. So I'm going to pause 3 of the gear workshops and 3 of the industrial lumber mills. So that takes us under 4,000. And then metal, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, we still need, but we can't pause it. So that is going to be something that we have to just contend with. And be knowledgeable that we are going to run out of power at some point. It is just unfortunate. The only way I think we could probably save this is to come up here. First of all, get this connected again. And put in a couple of engines that'll give us at least 800, so we won't be completely out. The bad thing about the engines, though, is that they are a little tough to work with sometimes in terms of placing stuff. And the way this is set up is really, really not going to be working in our favor. I could just go ahead and put a couple more down here. I was really hoping not to have to do this, but for the sake of what we're doing... I'm just going to put these 3 back in. I know it's disappointing to have to return to those. I really don't like these things, but it's going to be worth it to actually have a stable power supply, because we are going to run out probably about halfway through the drought, maybe a little bit sooner than that. And, you know, we're trying to put in dirt excavators, and those require power too, so we'll let them do what they got to do. And get ourselves over here. Because we do want this back edge to be the same height. So I can actually go ahead and get this situated just like so. Get these guys to bring the dirt over here. And I think, yeah, easy way to do this is just going to be put one of these there. Then they can come across here. Birch trees. Do I really want to just have a... okay, why not? Might as well. No reason not to. Well, there's probably some reason not to, but we're going to choose to ignore that because we're having a good time. Oh, boy. So, finally, get to say what we're going to do here. We're going to obviously have to build some sort of scaffolding for this, but I'm going to put one of these guys here and another one right next to it, and then we'll just have to run power, which we can do. There is no requirement for this to be a path here. So instead of, you know, spending a whole bunch of resources building platforms, I'm just going to connect this pathway here and take this suspension bridge out because we don't need it anymore, and then get that path there. So that, at the very least, could be connected. And then this guy here will end up being... power shafts. And yes, for those of you playing along at home, I did just forget that I have to have this path here. So, guess what? Oh no, we're gonna end up having to have these here anyway. Oh man. What's that from Breaking Bad when Jesse goes, "You can't keep getting away with this." Except instead of, well, everything that happens in that show, it's me making stupid mistakes, trying to plan stuff out. Oh boy. All right, so moving on. It's going to take some time to get this figured out, but what we can go ahead and do is encourage them, I guess you could say, to go ahead and get this set up and get these trees out of here. And then I think, well, first of all, I have to mark this for cutting. And then I need to make sure. I always want to click power for the dirt excavator. I don't know why. Alright, so this here is going to have to be elevated. As dumb as that sounds, but that's fine. What are these? 4x? Looks like? No, they're 5. Okay. Well. That's going to be fine. We'll end up, I guess, probably. Wait, why is this not... Oh, okay. That's not connected because these terrain blocks aren't finished yet. Well, I think they have other terrain they're trying to work on. Maybe. Unless I fixed all that. Alright, do I dare look at these things? Yeah, that's not a great sign. It's really not a great sign to see the power approaching 60% charge with 90% of the thing left. Oh, no. Well, at the very least, we do have these engines. It's going to cost us some wood to keep those running. But if you haven't noticed, we have tons of trees here. And yes, they are marked for cutting, before you ask. But I think we might be in a scenario where we don't have enough lumberjack flags to keep up. So this is something at least one or two of you mentioned in a comment, wondering if we actually had the ability, the manpower, the beaver power, whatever, to take care of all of our wood. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, see, these are all marked. They're just... We've already started getting rid of all that stuff. Alright. So, well, they built that pretty quick. Now the really annoying part of how this is set up is, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I'm not going to waste materials. I looked at... We have 1,000 planks. Why am I worried about this? There's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason to be concerned about plank usage. We'll just do it. Who cares? Why do I even worry about this? I'm in like the poverty mindset when it comes to resources, and we've got plenty. It's just we don't have a ton of logs, but we're not destitute on the log front, I guess is the way to put it. So yes, we will be at some point getting rid of all of this. But, we might as well just do it. We also need to get these tanks out of here. I mean, strictly speaking, we don't have to, but I think it would be nice to have this as clean as possible so we can start removing all of our land and making, little improvements here and there as we go. Because, yeah, it's going to be 7 days before we get any other power. Like, look at this, man. We're in a deficit of, like, 2,800 HP. And these are already under halfway, and it's only been 2.5 days. Man, what else can I pause? You know what? Just pause all the food. And it's still only 3,000, man. Alright, Alright, playtime's over. They just sink down into it, that's funny. Unfortunately, we do need to keep this stuff going. And there's just a lot of power consumption because, well, stuff takes power. Alright, so now there's nothing to do. Thank you very much, Dante. You've been a very good help. But I will have to put in, I think... Yeah, we're going to have to put, I think here... Oh, yeah, this is going to be something else, too, because we have to be able to get these guys connected to everything. Okay, that's done. And now the fun can begin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're about to be out of power. Let's build these two things that suck up power. Oh, sounds good. Sounds good to me. How in the world did I... Okay, no. Just... Come on now. Get that in there. Alright, so... That is going to carve out the... Actually... It's like the third time! I don't want it to go that far back. Oh, come on, man. All right. No, no, no. I need this. Come on. Okay, I've got to decide. Am I going to have the outside edge be dirt? I think I might, actually. Well, you know what? This isn't even a batting 1,000 type situation in terms of joking about how stupid this was. This is a just like, you're not even on the team. You can't even sarcastically say I'm batting 1,000. I'm not even on the practice squad. Not even T-ball. So, jeez, what did we learn? What did we learn? We learned that I make stupid mistakes. And yeah, so taking a look at this, this is 4 blocks from the outside to this side. And that's so we had room for the water wheels. We don't need that over here. So I really don't need to split hairs about stuff, but I kind of think it would look a lot better if this were just dirt. So we can leave, I guess, just the one outside layer. But this is the big one on the outside here. This outside, we do not want that to get taken away. So here's what we're going to have to do. So that's going to be the edge, which means that's going to be an entrance, and then this also has to go out this way. Then this can go to here. I think I'm doing this right. Or is that too much? Nope, that's actually exactly perfect. Oh, I don't remember there being a brace there. That's actually kind of a cool detail. But what this is going to do is give us the same depth here, which is important, and then we're going to just keep the 1 on the outside, which we will have to fill in. But that's what I was concerned with, because it was going to be a big problem for us to take care of what we're thinking of doing here. All right. So I know this is just absolutely driving some of you up the wall, watching me do this. We're doing it live. But yeah, for the sake of, you know, preserving metal, especially, not building a whole bunch of these overhangs. Now the suspension bridges don't use metal. So, oh, that's not going to let me get away with that. That's why I did this. I guess what I've got to do, so that's going to go... This has to be... Yes, that's got to be a 2x. That's got to be that. Then that's got to be that. And then we have to get power into the side of this, so that is going to be its own disaster mess of a thing here. Yeah, let's check and see. Actually, no, this has to go just like this. That will actually end up being fine, I think. All right, let's... Man, I am really making this more complicated than it needs to be. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Okay. I just have to laugh, honestly, at this point. About how galaxy-brained this whole thing... You know, I did it again. Someone has just pushed their computer off into the abyss that is behind their desk at this point. Oh, boy. All right, now this goes in here. So the reason why, the whole reason why we're doing this, let's pause both of these. The whole reason why I decided it would be fun or cute or whatever to do this way is so we could do some stupid nonsense like this. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, then that becomes a thing. Then this gets connected here, and now this has a pathway all the way, you know, it's... Oh, it's fine. And then this can come over here. Oh, see? This is actually going to work out so nicely. Except for the part where it's like a war crime, what I'm attempting to do with these power shafts and the construction of all this. Okay, alright. So, finally, This absolute just... I don't even have a word for this. This is really stupid. That can get taken care of. Are we out of power yet? No, we're getting there pretty quick. So yeah, while we're over here, you see all this? This is because we don't have any water here. So even though we don't have anything coming out or standing here right now, a bunch of you left comments about this or about something similar. So I'm just gonna run with it. Dams across here for the good water we were absolutely going to do. Absolutely going to do it. But we don't have water coming out here right now, so we're not going to do it right now. At some point, we will, when this is actually flowing. But that would be a smart thing because, well, also this is going to get raised up an entire level too, but that's going to keep the land green and probably not require us to have another irrigation dump thing over here. It's all about being smart with your resources, which, despite my best efforts, sometimes I still am smart with resources. So we'll let them go ahead and take care of this. Obviously, having these in place is going to really help us in our quest to have this land lowered without wasting a whole bunch of dynamite. So instead we use a bunch of other resources that, you know, all combined together are probably more expensive than the dynamite we're saving. But sometimes the fun of playing this game is not doing something the correct way, but doing something in a way that is absurd or utilizes different technologies in the game that you don't normally do. Like, I don't ever terraform with these things, so why not? Why not just do something dumb just for the sake of it? If it doesn't work, then who cares? It's only a game. Why you have to be bad? That's an old meme. Old meme. But I think we should be, yeah, pretty soon. Within, well, before the end of this episode, these oak trees are going to be gone, and then we can start working on putting in Motivatoriums or Indoctrination Station, what I think is a better name for it anyway, but regardless. I'm thinking what's going to make the most sense, because these have to be on the ground, is campfires around the outside, etc., so on and so forth. That's one, you know, that's a saying we haven't used in a long time in these videos. But putting these around here and then the Motivatoriums in this area, I think would be good. And then go ahead and just unlock this. But if, I think that would be right about here. Again, I don't know if it's going to let me place this here because of the clearances, because I can't try it because there's trees currently in the way. If this works, and remember, it does have to be powered. If this works, then we're going to probably make the back boundary of the Motivatorium into the boundary for this tier of the land, and then go down. Again, the idea that we had was to have, well, the main idea that I saw posted in the comments was to have a 3-tiered symmetrical landscape kind of thing going on here. And I think that would be cool. I really don't ever do terraforming, so again, that's one of those opportunities you have to try something you haven't done before or haven't done a lot and make some good use of good old-fashioned science. Just experiment and see if something stupid is actually stupid or if it's stupid and also interesting. So, dirt excavator. Going to go ahead and let them build that, even though we're probably going to be out of power pretty soon. Well, the demand is actually down substantially. Food not looking any worse for wear. Yeah, this is going to be gone inside of a day, which is unfortunate. But hey, you do what you can. It's fine. So now that they're taking care of that, I guess we could talk a little bit more about what the final finished product's going to look like. Had a couple requests for stuff like lanterns and decorations and whatnot. We're going to get there, but I don't want to spend time putting stuff in until we're sure that the landscape and the pathing, whatever, is fine. It's going to stay that way. So once that's established, then I think we can make stuff look really nice. And there's another mod I want to get in here before we're done that we used in the update for Folktales playthrough with the lanterns and the Torii gates and everything. So I really liked that one. I thought the stuff looked really cool, so I would like to bring that back in here and as we enter kind of the end game of this playthrough. This is episode 25. Most of the series lasts around 30 episodes, so I figured this one would probably be about that long. But depending on how long it takes, I guess we could watch them build this while I'm rambling. But depending on how long it takes to get all of our terraforming and the new dam and everything put in, could be longer than 30 episodes. It's really going to depend on the interest of everybody watching the videos. Because if there's a lot of enthusiasm and there's still stuff left to do, then yeah, we'll keep going. But it's not like the water beavers, where there's so much stuff to do that you could easily make a 100-episode series. But for that one specifically, we're pretty much at the point where we have to move on for the sake of our sanity and the frame rate. But there's still a couple things left in that one, which is why we're still going, and why the episode tomorrow is going to be, I think, the most I've ever gotten done in one episode. I still haven't finished recording it, but I did the other day record about an hour and a half worth of stuff that's time-lapsed down to about 20 minutes, maybe? So we're going to get a lot of stuff done, and hopefully it's something that ends up being interesting for you guys. But I digress. We do have this one finished, which means... Oh, actually, you know what? We need to have some extract tanks over here. I'm just going to put in a couple small ones so I don't have to mess with anything else. But yeah, that's going to be helpful. And now the problem is I need to have somewhere to put some dirt, but I don't have. I guess I could put this here. It's going to be fine because we are going to need to have plenty of dirt storage. And that'll end up just being its own thing. Anyway, that's gone, which means that can go away. This scratcher is too far away to be actually useful, so that's gone. And now, yes, friends, now that this one's operating, this one can go away. So that's great, because that's going to allow us to finally get this entire thing all situated, ready to go. And I don't think they can walk down here, but I do need to put the dirt in place. So, just for the sake of us actually accomplishing something, I will put some stairs in here. And once that's done, then I'm going to finally feel like we can justify putting in dams at the very end here. Again, we're not going all the way to the end of the map because this is here, unfortunately. If I would have had better foresight, I would have blasted a hole here and just had this come out the side of the cliff with it. But, you know, some things are just not worth worrying about. In fact, probably most things. When it comes to something like playing video games, are not worth worrying about. There's much more important things in life that you should dedicate your emotional energy to. At least in terms of, how did you get stuck here? You know, as soon as I say, don't get mad at games. Dan. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Come on. You don't have to live like this. All you get, just check the plans and make sure that when you're building something, you don't get stuck behind. Don't paint yourself into a corner. Man, come on. Be better. I know you can be. Alright, let's get this dirt excavator going. Also, just to construct... And away we go. So here we go. They've got that going. They've got that to work on. How do they build? Oh, okay, never mind. The stairs are already there. I was about to say, how in the world did they build that from up here when I know they can't get over in this way? Unless... No, see, that wouldn't have worked either. Okay. Well, that's fine. How are we doing on trees? This one, 55%. I'm not waiting. Sorry, not sorry. 55%, no, don't think so. What are you at? 94. That's fine. 96, that's fine. 25. Well, this isn't specifically in the way, so I guess that's okay. 91%, we'll leave that alone. But yeah, let's think about... Let's see, if I put the campfires in here, I know that's going to be fine. Just trying to think about vertical clearance. You know, it's really going to be unfortunate when this is not enough vertical clearance for a Motivatorium. Although I think underneath this is technically 4, so if we're careful, we might actually be in a decent spot. But let's go ahead and peel these all back so we can get this situated. Campfires require 3. And I know this is an intersection, so this would be better for the path to be here, but I'm going to go ahead, just for right now, and do one of these numbers. Actually, I could put that one right there. It might actually be smart. Nice, convenient at the bottom of the ladder. Actually, hold on. Which side of the ladder is it that is... Okay, that's fine. I was about to say, I really hope that this side right here is not the one that has the rungs, because then nothing is going to be getting in or out of the campfire there. But this guy right here is a nice, easy, accessible option, and then the rest of these are just going to be turned this way. But I do like that. I think that's smart. These are marked for cutting. They should... Yeah, they're unmarked. Okay. That's fine. And that also does help solve the problem of, oh no, there's bad water coming through here and killing the trees. Well, okay, this probably needs to go away anyway, because honestly, there's not really any reason for the beavers to ever come back here. And it would be nice to have the other wheel here. Well, we got stuff to work on. You guys like when these videos are longer anyway, right? So this is waiting on... Oh, no, it's just slow. Okay. Good problems to have. How are we, Yeah, see, look at this. I don't have to use dynamite to get this out. That's good stuff. Man, he's still stuck here? Alright, no, we got to prioritize the stairs. Hungry and thirsty. Well, you should have thought about that before you got trapped behind the dirt pile, dude. I think we're probably out of... Oh, no, it's still going. But it is... it's discharging so slowly. But hey, it is almost the end of the drought. I guess we did pretty well, all things considered. Could definitely have been worse. So we got a campfire there. That's looking good. Let's try and put the Motivatorium in. Oh, yes. That actually works. Amazing. Is this lined up? It would be very funny, but look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love this. So I'm going to hit that. And let's see if there is a good way to get power out. I think it's going to be a challenge, but not impossible. Let's take a look at... So this is coming on top of here. Is there any way I could get power down below? Well, it would have to be in a spot where there's a gap between these. I don't know that that's going to be really viable. If we wanted something super, super ugly, then we could have this come down this way, but I wanted something really nice and clean. So I think... Oh, this doesn't quite line up perfectly either. I was about to say, you know what we could do is we could just have this go down underneath here, but I don't think that's going to be a viable thing. So the problem that we're running into... Oh no, this is easily fixable. Easily fixable. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I love that sound. That oil press is going to go away. This overhang is going to go away. Because we no longer have to worry about contamination for the trees, this irrigation barrier is going to go away. And underneath it, assuming that this is... I'm going to have to peel the layers back. I hate doing this because then I forget what's where. But... Well, actually, if that worked there, then maybe there's some other... The point is, I have to get power. I can't have power underneath these because they have to be on the ground. I have to get power to either this tile or one of the others around it. So what I was thinking of doing is having a... Wow, it actually lets you do that on top of the campfire? That seems kind of reckless. Yeah, just because, you know, we're not going to see this anyway, so who cares, right? Put that in there. Ah, see, on top of the... Well, the tooth grindstone doesn't have to be here either. So that's a non-issue. That can go away. What I was going to do, well, still will do, is have this come down. Unless I can find a way to get this hooked up to a side here, but I don't think so because we have all this other stuff. Again, this is why I don't like peeling back layers, because I forget what's there. There's stuff in the way. So, yeah, this is going to have to be one of those just super funky situations here. Oh, you know what? We can't do that. Because I said it was... Why do I make this hard for myself? This is complete idiocy. Why am I like this? So if this comes out to here... Then I'm going to have space behind this thing, but it's not like it really matters, I guess. Well, I'll tell you what. This doesn't have to be here. That, oh. Yeah, that's actually not going to work for the exact reason that this is going to be here. Okay. All right, bear with me. Bear with me. Find it within yourself to not just immediately become enraged over what's happening on your screen. Oh, no. Okay, so that might be ugly. No, it's definitely ugly. But it's also going to work. It's going to be possible for us to, you know, get along peacefully here. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. Why am I doing this? Okay. All right, I think they should be able to actually attach this nicely here. So this... power will go here. And then, like I said, did I put the... No, I did not. Okay. That will go that way. And then, these are overhangs because they have to be. Then this can just come in here. Why is the game paused? That's a good point. The game doesn't have to be paused for us to do this. We'll just get all this here. But... it's gonna be powered. And what we can do if we're feeling nasty is we could... Why do I always say that? We could put in another one right here and then, of course, mirror this on the other side. But there's trees in the way. So, we're not going to be doing that. We'll have this one ready to go. Look at these beavers coming in. With all their logs and stuff. So, anyway, that is what's happening up here. And because of the power of... platforms, we will have no issue putting in the oil press back on top, and we'll get to still have our large water wheel here. We'll just lose a little bit of bad tide proofing, which is fine. All right, so the indoctrination station is ready to welcome its first victims, I mean guests. Except it doesn't have power yet, which is an entirely different problem to solve. But eventually, it'll get taken care of. And not a moment too soon, because look what's done. The drought is finished. Wow, we actually ended it with power. That's shocking. Genuinely. But hey, it works. We somehow managed to survive, so don't worry. We'll be building these at some point soon. I was just a little concerned about... Wait, hold on. What is... Oh, this is disconnected because, well, this doesn't matter anymore anyway, so that's fine. Can I get rid of these? I guess I can. I don't need them right now. Then that, I need to clean this up. There's so much stuff to do. Oh, look. You can see how the sausage gets made, all the behind the stage stuff. Can I maneuver the camera in such a way without peeling stuff? Oh, that's horrifying. Look at all these eager beavers. Yes, they will tell you what to think, and they will indoctrinate you to work hard, and take no time for yourself. What a bleak future for these poor beavers. But they're going to be productive, so hey, there you go. I'm so glad that works. It's honestly a little stupid, but hey, you know what we're saying. If it's stupid and it works, well, then it's still stupid, but at least it works. What's that red green? Oh, man, that was a long time ago. Can't find you handsome, at least find you handy, or whatever the thing was. Really clever stuff. But I think we are ready to welcome some nice, clean water to our now fully complete bad water diversion sewer canal. I need to fill this in with water, but once these dams are here, which they are, then we will basically never run out of water to green up our farmland. because we're not pumping out of this, and the maximum drought length in normal mode is 9 days, which is not long enough for this to evaporate, I think. That's exciting stuff, folks. Well, I think so, at least. So let's get some land filled in here. There's so much we've got to do. But that'll get emptied out. This water doesn't need to be here anymore because that water is there, so that can get removed. And I'm going to go ahead and pause these engines for the time being so we don't use any more logs. This bad water and extract, I guess, still matters because we have the centrifuge here, but that's going to have to move also eventually when we get to the point where that's possible. And yeah, look at them go. Look at them go. They're getting stuff done. So, one of the things that we can do, regrettably, we do not have more than triple dynamite here, but I can triple all of this, get this blasted down as best as we can, and then just continue working with what we've got. So I probably should have done this one first. We can do triples, and then I can do singles, and then this whole thing can come down all at once. But yes, that is the goal, for us to come in and have a completely flat area here. So then we can have mega farms. Is this going to be actually accessible over here? Yes, okay, that's fine. Yeah, because they can come in from up top. How's our charging going? Okay, charging up very nicely. Do I have extra stuff to do this? My main concern is the metal blocks, and it seems like that's fine, so I'm gonna, let them build this. They can't reach it. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Just breathe. We'll go ahead and how do I want to do the 6x overhang or 6x? Okay. This, I believe, it's the title of a cadets show from like 20-something years ago. Drum Corps fans, sound off in the chat. But the bridge will allow them to build both of these, so that's just a nice, easy solution. Can I guess that is just going to connect fine without me putting a path there, so that's good. We'll let them take care of this as time warrants. Everything else, I love this so much. It's so clean. And I don't think it's in any danger of flooding. It's so peaceful. It looks nice. Quite happy with it. So let's go ahead and fill the rest of this in. Obviously, there's still plenty of additional work to accomplish here. Nice and easy to go this way. I know there's probably a better way to do it, and please feel free to let me know. But for right now, this works fine. And eventually we'll have all of the path networks properly connected and everything will be all nice, ready to go, super easy. But that's one of those things we're just going to have to allow to happen at some point later. I actually don't know how this is connected under here. I forgot. Wow, that's convoluted. So that's going to be, man, why do I always do this to myself? I make the most ridiculous nonsense possible. Well, it keeps it interesting at least. How are we looking? Oh, they haven't even started this yet. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm glad we have the Motivatorium ready to go. And I think... Oh, no, you know what? You know what? This this ladder is going to be exactly in the way of the entrance. So I guess we're not going to put another set over here. Did I do the same thing on the other side? Oh, no, I didn't. On the other side, I did not. But the problem we're going to run into now is I'm out of directions to flip this. So if I flip this way, then this path gets cut off, which means this whole mess is no longer going to be in the correct straight line path. Okay, so you know what we might have to do? We might have to... actually, I didn't check and see if I could move it over one more... Oh, wow. This is actually really detailed on the printing on these boxes. I don't think the Motivatorium is going to allow me to move one more block to the left. But I think we can... Again, there's no reason for me to pause doing this. But, this... Yeah, okay, that'll work, which means that will work. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Sorry, beavers. Hanging out at the campfire with no campfire firing in the fire for the campfire. Who's going to come to a gift for my birthday party, whatever that Vine was. Stupid memes. Man, tell you what. That kind of stuff never leaves your brain. As soon as it gets like any sort of like tiny foothold, it'll just occupy your thoughts for the next forever. Until one day you're making conversation with someone who does not use the internet, and you reference one of those things subconsciously, you know, without even thinking about it. And they're just like, what are you talking about? And you're like, wow, that is actually really terrible. That's what my brain went to. Anyway, we're going to move this one over. So what we're going to have to do... I'm so glad that worked right there. But what we're going to have to do first off is we're going to clean up all this garbage off the ground before it gets stuck somewhere. And then we don't need to worry about building around this. I will go ahead and put that in. But again, the reason we did that is so that we could actually put a second one here, because that's going to be really important. So this will just have to have the power shaft. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I will go ahead and do this way, and then let's see what's above this. Okay, let's put in, before this gets boxed in, decorations. Beaver statue. There you go. That's what you want next to your indoctrination station, is a beaver statue. Just a nice way to you know, spend. You can't spend space. Occupy some space. Okay, I'm gonna have to unpeel this so I can actually see what I'm working on. That's gonna look pretty nice. Which also means, yes, we will have to sacrifice a couple of trees here and raise these two blocks up. 44%, goodbye. Thanks for playing. Alright. Then these trees, do they even have anybody that can reach up here to cut? See, this was one of those comments that somebody left, or multiple somebody's left, like, you lumberjacks probably aren't covering everything. They're like, yeah, it's probably fine. But then, but then that happened. Like, okay. So, the other problem we're going to have is there is a ladder here that I'm not going to be able to cross, and also these upward power shafts are not omnidirectional. So, how am I going to get away with this? I mean, there's ways around this, and I'm sorry that it looks so stupid in here, but I think, oh man, I don't know if it's going to fit. But housing has a power transfer ability. The row house is, I think, exactly too tall to fit under here. But if I... Oh, you know what? Yeah. You know how we just spent all this time trying to, like, engineer this solution here? Alright, so oil presses are gone. This is going to make some of you so mad. It's funny. Not that I'm laughing at you, like, getting angry about stuff, but it is objectively pretty funny. How much just nonsense I've subjected you this episode. So the row house holds 5 beavers. And it also, crucially, transfers power. So what do? We take those... I actually didn't have to take that other one out. But then... Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I can put my irrigation barrier back in. And then, because that transfers power, what I'm going to be able to do is, since, you know, this ladder's coming out, when we put that other thing back in, all I got to do is just do one of these things. Oh, why does it let me do this, man? So dumb. It's so dumb. Okay. Well, anyway, that's going to be housing for 5 beavers that no one's ever going to see. But it's going to help us have a very A very clean transfer of power over to this side. Man, this is so dumb. Why do you guys let me get away with this, man? Have you no shame? Oh, this kind of stupid nonsense is what Timberborn's all about, man. I love this game so much. Genuinely. Genuinely. What a fantastic game. You can get away with doing this nonsense. Okay, so that's going to enable us to have... See, they still haven't gotten the... Oh, they can't reach this. Well, that's awkward. I'm going to have to kill another couple trees. Hopefully just this one. Yeah, I think this one should do it. But, hey, I told you we're going to try and do whatever we can to make this make sense, and then and then I do stuff that doesn't make any sense. But, you know, it's all for the greater good here. Except it actually is. It's not a platitude. But this is so stupid, man. Okay. Let's get something else done here. Where I have an angry mob coming for me. Oh, there's so much to do. So much to do. And here we are doing this nonsense. Well, they're cutting the trees down. So, this is so... I can't believe I'm going to get away with this, man. Amazing. Absolutely iconic. There's no reason for this. There's no reason for it. Alright. Let's, figure out where these ladders are. One more. Is that the... Okay. So that's gone. Which I get... There's not really a need for it, but I guess we're doing it. Irrigation barrier there, and then I will take the ladders out. These trees have to get cut down, which I really should have them just focus on getting these lumberjack flags occupied. Because we have 42 beavers who aren't working, including 13 incapacitated. We did get a comment on maybe putting in a hospital thing. Don't forget, we've got medical beds right here, right next to housing, so this should be perfectly fine for that purpose. I don't know exactly how many beds are here, but I don't know, 13 maybe? And we do have these over here. So the beavers that are incapacitated are actually getting treatment. And I know the extract is kind of low because we probably aren't being very efficient with this. Let's prioritize that by haulers. This is empty. That's empty. And then platforms. This whole thing here just has to get completely redone. But, you know, all that stuff is not going to be a quick process. So trying to be mindful of what needs to get done immediately and what doesn't need to get done immediately, and then somehow also completely ignoring that at the same time, because you know how it goes. Oh, we got so much to do. Because I noticed, like, wow, the triple dynamite's not ready to go, and I thought it would be. Yeah, we used all our extract, and I don't have the production up quite enough. We do have bad water, but it is further away now, so having this now prioritized by haulers probably is going to help a whole lot. Should we build another one of these? Yeah, probably. Am I going to take the time to do that right now? Probably not. Is that a mistake? Probably. Do I care? Probably not. We're having too much fun with this. So I need to be stopped. I don't know what they're building next is the problem. And I've said this a whole bunch of times, but it really would be nice if Timberborn had a building queue that you could pull up and see what's going to be up next. And I know the easy solution to that is, well, just keep track of what you're doing. But when you get far enough along, it starts to become an impossible task to remember exactly what you got set up. So, we are trying. We're doing our best. Oh boy, this is already 55 minutes. Yikes! I wanted to be done with this. Well, you know, it's fine. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time, at least. I hope you are. Are they working on... Aha! Well, there's your problem. This got absolutely rammed through. It makes sense because it was placed first. So this is why building queues are nice, because then you're like, oh, I don't need to build the flywheels right now because it's fine. You know what I didn't do? Is I didn't turn these production things back on. We're already down to like half of our food, so... Like, man, I sure have a lot of unemployed beavers. Like, well, you don't really have that many unemployed beavers. And look at this. They can't even go for their spinny. There we go. Now that all the fun's turned back on... And see, look, the well-being was already up to 47, even without that. So, I guess we're about to see a new high. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Making good progress here. How's this? They still haven't built this. All right, that's fine. It's way behind whatever else we got going on over here. The good news is the large vertical framed flywheel part 2 is just about done. Just needs to be finished up here by who's whacking away with their hammer here. Oh, no, they've disappeared. Never mind. We're never going to know. But that's good to go. I'm not going to unpause this one yet just because, you know, the beavers absolutely have to get something else accomplished today. But that hopefully is going to be a whole lot easier for us to accomplish all this other stuff. Wow, see, that was quick to get the rest of that taken care of. All right, oil press in. And then our power will be transferred down below. Oh, yes. Is it beautiful? No. Is it good? Probably also no. But we're getting stuff done. Getting stuff done, folks. Now, I need to check and see where the ladder is facing, and it's facing the back. That's good, because this has to be where our campfire goes. And then, hopefully, in the next little bit, they'll have this cleared up so we can end the episode by mirroring what we did on the other side. And that's going to be nice. Man, I love this build. This is... It looks pretty stupid, objectively. It really does. But it's cool. And it's stuff that you guys helped me come up with, which is really, really nice. So why is this not transferring power? Because you know the housing is supposed to. No, I don't want to click on the beaver. No, I want to click on the there. All right. So that is it's because okay. The oil presses were not connected. All right, that's... I'm going to just prioritize those two. Easier to do it that way. All right, so we got trees going to get removed. 16%? I don't think so. Goodbye. They haven't even gotten rid of the seedling yet. I need to start putting dirt here. So that's going to work nicely. Very good. So I guess the next thing we should probably discuss, and maybe one of the last things because this episode's getting a little long, what the boundaries of our tiered landscaping are going to be. Now this is going to come out to here, and then the way this is set up right now with our bad water source, I'm not going to be able to lower the land around it at all, and it's not going to be able to be perfectly symmetrical because of how this is set up. But I was kind of thinking of having the boundary for the land here brought out to this because I'm going to be able to put in another campfire here probably. And I don't know. We'll figure it out. But everything to the side here, behind this, I think I want to blast down. Maybe follow some sort of pattern around it. But I think... oh, hey, this is almost ready to go. I think that's going to look neat. Of course, if you have any ideas, input, feedback, whatever, please do always leave that in the comments. I do always read them. Can't implement everybody's stuff, but I do always read what you guys have to say. All right, so let's go ahead and... Yep, they're getting those out, which means... How did I put this in that way? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So that's going to go there, which means our Motivatorium goes here. No, it doesn't. I have that in the exact wrong spot. Okay. So that guy, this lumberjack flag is going to have to go away, but I'm not going to get rid of him until this tree is gone. But I probably could, Do I need to worry about speeding things up? I don't think I do. But I'm going to do it anyway. 2 more of those in here. Get this prioritized. Looking good. Yeah, and then the process continues for all of this raising of land. Just one of those things. Not a quick process. Not a quick process. But we love it anyway. So that's going to go there. Of course, we have to get as much of this fixed nicely as we can. But again, slow process. Just let them do what they got to do. Yeah, get this thing out of here, and then we'll get everything popped in, and we'll be in good shape. Motivatorium. Time to motivate. Motivate, indoctrinate. Whatever the term actually is. Alright, so they're going to get those. Oh, look at this. I can see the shaft right there. Looking good. Campfire that way. And how did I build this on this side? It doesn't have to be symmetrical. Yes, it does. Stop talking. I say with love. Where is that on the... Okay, that's on that side, which means this is... okay. Fine, I'll peel it back. I really don't like building like this, but... Because I can't see stuff. It makes it really hard to tell what's where. Well, at least there's not stuff on top of it that are making it harder. Alright, so that 4x1 overhang, you go there. I think I just have regular platforms like so. And we said we had a beaver statue, not the bust. Beaver statue behind it. And then upward power shaft was already in the correct orientation. That can't get anything done to it. That's there. Up 1 more level. Whatever happened to that website anyway? Is that still around? 1 more level? I'm pretty sure it is. That was the thing to do, man. Just a little bit too old for coolmathgames.com, but you can go on 1 more level because the school IT staff haven't found that one yet. Play the tank game during math. Older millennials and Generation X are probably not going to be intimately familiar with that. But that's okay. If you were in a very specific age range in the early 2000s, middle 2000s, then that probably would have hit you real hard in the nostalgia bone. But this is built, just has to have all this stuff. That's a funky sound. This just gets connected here. And now we find ourselves, friends, with the ability to get this raised up. That is too high. That's perfect. This comes out this way too. That actually... Wow, yeah, looking pretty decent. This tree is 46%. It is 0% now. Get that out of there. I think that's all the trees on the top level taken care of. Yep. All right, so I say for like the 18th time. That's looking good. Motivatorium is going to be motivatoriating. It's not a real word. It's fine. Language is a construct. All right. So, oh, this is actually looking kind of sweet. Yeah, that's going to be where we end it for today, folks. We'll just let them take care of... Yeah, I'll just show you this. But I appreciate you watching these videos. A whole lot. I say it every time because it's true. It's not possible without your contributions, Beard Boosters, and without you just being you, everybody else. So, really appreciate the support of the videos and the channel in general. This has been a tremendously fantastic year for me on YouTube. I cannot thank you enough for your support. And it allows us to do some really cool stuff, like do these videos all the time, getting live streams back up and running. And now, if you saw the video that went up this morning alongside this one, we're starting merch. Super simple. You're under no obligation to buy anything. I'm not making a ton of money off of it. It's all print on demand. There's no nefarious enterprise or anything. It's just, hey, you want something, you got something. But I spent a whole lot of time thinking about ways to do stuff that wasn't going to just be a stupid cash grab or sell low-quality garbage. So we're starting small, just a couple items of different things. Because, you know, the process of building stuff that you guys want to see and developing what I would consider to be worthwhile, fun things to buy just takes time. And now you can have it on a mug. So if you feel like doing that, you can head over to jcthebeard.com and check that out. But again, no obligation for you to do anything. I'm just glad you're here. And hopefully we can have many, 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 many more fun experiences in Timberborn and Ostriv and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Satisfactory and all the other fun stuff we get to do here. I'm glad you're here. Thankful for you. Yesterday was Thanksgiving in the U.S. For our international friends. And I look back on this year and I'm just incredibly thankful for the amount of time that we've been able to spend together and for all the positive and just really, really helpful things that you guys as a community have done for me personally and for my enjoyment of playing video games and getting to spend time on the internet. But that's all I got for this one. I'm done rambling. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, friends. Stay safe, have fun. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.